Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Lilac Crafts Creations. My name is Ella, and in this video we're just going to be doing a yarn organization vlog. I'm going to show you everything I did to get to this point. I switched rooms, basically, for a bigger room at my house. So I would have all this storage space back here, because this is, like, not even all my yarn. I have more. Not much more, but a little bit more, but this is, like, the majority of it, and as you can see, it's quite a lot, so let's get into the video and let's start organizing. I look like a mess because we were working on this last night and then I fell asleep. And now we're working on it again. But anyways, so this is kind of the situation. This is where I kept most of my yarn before. It's a mess. So we're gonna move it to the cubes in the other room. And I'm excited because I'm finally gonna have a neater organization. I think I'm gonna cake a lot of it eventually. Not right now though, but let's get it moving. It's a bit later in the day. Ignore the mess in the background. That's getting dealt with later. But, so the plan is to like take all this yarn out of this, right? And then put it in the cubes over here. And then deal with that. That's, yeah. So I kind of took all my yarn and that's not all of it, by the way. There's still the ones in there. And then there's more Bernat. So what I'm gonna do is kind of like sort it into piles of like what needs to go in what cube, you know? So I'm gonna do time lapse of that because like it's a mess, like a huge mess. But you're gonna watch me organize everything. So let's just get into it because it's already like 11 in the morning and I spent 4 hours cleaning my room. Let's get into it. Okay. This is gonna take forever. This is gonna take like all day. I don't know what I got myself into, but let's get started. I just found one of my missing crochet hooks that I've been missing for 3 months now. That's good. it's a little while later. I took a nap and then went on a walk. So I kind of got it organized. Yeah. I got it organized in piles, so I have like cotton back there. It's just kind of miscellaneous cotton, and then I have burnout blanket up here. You can't really see it, but then I have tangled mess in here. This is all tangled that I need to untangle. That will be fun. And then loops and threads, acrylic, mixed acrylic back here. You can't see, there you go, mixed acrylic. And then I have my whips over here. So we're gonna do a finisher frog edition too, to see if I want to finish it or if I want to frog it and redo it, or just not do it. Seriously. I found more cotton yarn, like a lot of it. I just finished the top shelf, so it's all gonna be cotton. So like here we have the cones, then just like a mix of Lily Sugar and Cream and loosened threads, the new skeins, then used, and then this is like Hobby Lobby cotton, used and new, because I don't have a lot of that, but I do have a lot of the other stuff. So I think next row I'm gonna do like Bernat for sure. So let's get going. it's now much later in the day, Tuesday, May 5th. I didn't film anything yesterday for this video, just for my other video, which was the May 4th market, so go check that one out. Or May the 4th be with you market, however you say it. But we got all this done Sunday. So now the last thing we need to get done is that still. Yeah, so that's basically all my whips and a tangled mess of yarn. So we're going to untangle all the yarn and sort through the whips. I'm not going to do that, like, go through the whips in this video. I'm just going to put them in a pile and do it in another video, which is going to be, what is it? Finish your frog, or frog or finish, whatever. But you know what I mean. So stay tuned for that video. But at this point, I've started to untangle it, but I'm at the point where, like, I think I'm just going to cut it and then, because it's just too much. I can't untangle all this. There's no way. Let's get started with that. So I just finished most of it. There's still a little bit of tangle, but I got like everything here untangled, so that was really good. So this is a bunch of whips. Like all that except that. This is all whips. So I definitely need to sort through that and do a Frog or finish video, which will be coming up shortly, probably in the next week or so. I'm gonna finish it in the video, so yeah. Sorry, my cat's being annoying. But yeah, that's all that's left of the tangled mess, but I'm gonna give you a tour of all this and show you what I got. So up here, of course, we have all the cotton, like I said before. Then we just have like Bernat. This is like my scrunchie yarn. This is also scrunchie yarn. This is Dollar Tree yarn. This is like Bernat and Amazon yarn. Then we have Hobby Lobby, like, you know, just miscellaneous everything Hobby Lobby. Loops and threads. That's a mix of Hobby Lobby and loops and... That's Hobby Lobby, actually, sorry. This is loops and threads. This is just acrylic. Then we have like a mix of cake, some more acrylic, and some fluffy yarn back there. That's just a mix of, what is it, Big Twist from Joann's, Rip Joann's. And then down here, we have some, that's a random, I need to move that, this one right here. This is Bernat Blanket Big, Bernat Blanket Mystical, and then new Bernat Blanket just mixed together. But yeah, this is what everything looks like. It looks really nice, and I'm really happy with how it came out. All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was really long, but it needs to be organized. Let me be real with you. It needed to be organized. Like, it was bad. And I switched rooms too. Even before I switched rooms, it was pretty bad. I don't know if I have a photo of it that I can put in the video, but it was pretty bad. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe for more. I have like at least, I'm going to start posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it's going to be a lot of videos. I have like 6 videos in the next 2 week or week and a half coming up. So stay tuned for those. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. And remember, stay tuned for everything else I got because I got a lot more. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm tired. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night. It's my bedtime. But thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys.